Welcome to the arithmetic zone, and for our next math video, we're going to see how we can easily convert with the factor label method. So this is a method that's used to convert values into different units. So let's see in our first example, how many yards are 36 feet? Well, we know that in 1 yard, there's 3 feet. Just by knowing that, what you can do is take the number 36 and divide it by 3 to get the answer of 12 yards. Now that was pretty simple, but let's see how we could have solved this problem if we were to use the factor label method. So to start it off, you take the given quantity, 36 feet, and put it over a fraction. In this case, it's over 1 because there's no other associating unit with it. Then you take the conversion factor of 1 yard equal to 3 feet and set it up so that the units cancel out in the numerator and denominator. So here, because we want to get yards, we want to cancel out feet. And to cancel out feet, we would put the feet in the denominator, so it would cancel out with the feet in the numerator in the given quantity. And what you do from here is just multiply these fractions straight out. So 36 times 1 over 3 would simply be 12 yards. Now, for this simple example, you didn't really have to use the factor label method. You could have easily known to just divide by 3 to get 12. But let's look at a harder example. Convert the velocity of 23 miles per hour into meters per second. And these are rate units. This isn't just miles, this is miles per hour. And it's not just meters, it's meters per second. So we're going to have to do a lot more work if we were to simply just multiply and divide out each rate. But with the factor label method, we could set it up in a way so that getting the desired units is much easier. So what do? You take 23 miles per hour and put it in a fraction. So because this is a rate, you wouldn't just have it simply over 1. You would have it over 1 hour. 23 miles over 1 hour is the same as 23 miles per hour. Then you want to cancel out the units that we have in the given quantity using conversion factors to get the new units. So let's start off with getting meters. So if you don't know, there is about 1609.34 meters in 1 mile. And here you see we set it up in a way to cancel out the miles in the numerator by putting it in the denominator of the conversion factor. But that's just step 1, because if we were to just multiply this right now, we'd have the rate in meters per hour. And that's not what we're trying to get. We're trying to get meters per second. So now we would want to convert the hours into seconds. Now, if you don't know how many seconds are in an hour, that's okay, because you should know how many minutes are in an hour. And that number is 60 minutes in 1 hour. So as you can see, we added on to these conversions. So I'm still canceling out the miles, but now I'm canceling out the hours by putting the conversion factor of 1 hour over 60 minutes. By putting hour in the numerator, it cancels out the denominator in the original quantity. Now this would result in a value that's in meters per minute. We want it in meters per second. So we're going to have to do another time conversion factor of 1 minute over 60 seconds. So here we successfully canceled out the miles, we canceled out the hours, and we canceled out the minutes. And now we're left over with the meters and the seconds. The key is to set up the conversion factors in a way so that you cancel out the values that you don't want. You want to cancel out the units that you don't need. So now all we have to do is just multiply these fractions straight out. So if you have a calculator and you do 23 times 1609.34 times 1 over 60 times another 1 over 60, then you should get about 10.282 meters per second. And that is our final answer. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys found some use out of this factor label method. I'll see you guys next time.